Hi, good morning. Today we are going to talk about the Starry Night by Vincent Van Gogh. We are Anelisette Mariniño, Nicolás Castellanos, Joan Steven, Ortiz Jimenez, and Catalina Ramon Fierro. In this presentation, different aspects of the artwork will be explained, such as the artist, the painting, the technique, and its meaning. Each member will explain a different part.
Today I'm going to talk about the life of Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was born on March 13, 1853 in the Netherlands. He was a famous Dutch painter and one of the most important artists in history. Van Gogh did not start painting when he was young. In fact, he decided to become an artist at the age of 27. Before that, he worked in different jobs, including as an art dealer and a teacher. During his life, he created more than 2,000 artworks, including about 900 paintings. Some of his most famous works are The Starry Night and Sunflowers. His style is known for bright colors and emotional expression. However, Van Gogh had a very difficult life. He suffered from mental health problems and felt very lonely. He only sold one painting while he was alive, so he was not famous at that time. Sadly, Vincent van Gogh died on July 29, 1819, at the age of 37. Today, he is considered one of the greatest painters in the world, and his art is admired by millions of people.
Now I'm going to talk about the biography of the painting. The painting was created in 1889 while Van Gogh was staying in a hospital in Saint-Remy, France, after a difficult emotional period. The artwork was painted during his stay in the asylum, and it was inspired by the view from his window just before sunrise. The village seen in the painting was imagined while the sky was based on the real view from his room. And even though the landscape comes from a real place, and some parts were added from Van Gogh's imagination, and especially the small village and that can be seen in the painting. And, and because of that, in reality and imagination are combined in a very beautiful way. And what I find very interesting is that in the that the painting was not only based on what he said, but also in what he felt. For example, his emotions are reflected in the movement of the sky and in the bright stars, and also the spheres make the sky look alive, and a sense of mystery is created through the colors and shapes.
What are the technique and colors, or what does the painting represent? Now, I will talk about the technique and colors used in Starry. In the painting, the technique is known as oil canvas, and silver strokes are used, and the success of movement is great, especially in the sky. The brushstrokes are clearly seen, and dynamic and specific effect is produced. Through this technique, the painting is made more emotional and alive. The main colors are blue, yellow, and white. We use most part of the painting, especially in the sky, and the calm but also sad feeling is great. A peaceful atmosphere is also suggested. Yellow is used to start the moon and light and energy that symbolized by these colors. The stars are lighted and attention is attracted to them. And a strong contrast is created between blue and yellow, and this contrast made the painting more interesting and powerful. Additionally, through this color, different emotional spreads. The painting is not only landscapes, but it is also seen as a reflection of feelings, movement, and emotional represented through the use of colors and brushstrokes. And finally, the technique and colors are used to create emotion, movement, and contrast in this artwork. Because of this, the Starry Night is considered a very expressive and important painting. Thank you.
What does the Starry Night represent? This painting is interpreted as a representation of struggle between calm and chaos that was experienced by Vincent van Gogh. Yep. A world is described in which the sky is shown as, as being agitated with surge and movement, as an intense and restless mind full of emotions was intended to be represented. At that time, a difficult period was being experienced by him, as he had been admitted to a psychi- psychi- psychiatric hospital. Psychiatric hospital. Additionally, the question why was the Starry Night created can be answered as follows. This painting was created so that emotions could be expressed and his thoughts were filled with anxiety, intensity, and wonder. In this work, reality is represented in his own way. Um, that's all. Thank you so much.
In this page, you can see the bibliography. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening.